and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play 7 Years by Lukas on the guitar. So stay tuned if this is something that you want to learn. So you'll be lonely once I was 7 years old. So to play this song in the same key as the original, then you're going to want to put your capo on the 3rd fret. If you don't have a capo, then you can play this whole song with the exact same chords and patterns and everything I'm about to teach you. It'll just be a little bit lower than the original song. And also, this song is super easy to learn because there's only 4 chords you have to know to play the song. And once you learn the order that they go in and the strumming pattern, it stays pretty much the same through the entire song. So it's super easy to pick up on. So let's go ahead and get started by learning those chords. So there are only 4 chords you have to know to play through the song. But at the end, I will also show you some optional chords you can use if you want to be a little bit more fancy. But let's go ahead and go into the basic chords that you have to know. The first one is E minor, which looks like this and sounds like this. All right, after that we have our G chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. After that we have our C chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And then the last chord you need to know is D, which looks like this and sounds like this. Alright, so those are the 4 chords you have to know to play the song, but I'm also going to go ahead and show you guys 2 more other chords that you can learn if you want to be a little more fancy and dress up a particular part of the song, and I will explain all of that later, but let me go ahead and show you those 2 chords in case you want to challenge yourself and make things a little bit more interesting. One of them is a bar chord, which is B major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And then the last one is a B7 chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. But like I said, if the B major and this B7 chord are too hard for you to play, you don't need them to play through the song. It's just something a little bit extra you can add in if you want to. Alright, so once you have all those chords memorized, how to play them, and you're able to transition between them pretty smoothly, then let's go ahead and move on to some strumming patterns. Soon will be 30 years. So the first strumming pattern is the one I always say to start with, which is just 1 downstroke on the beat for each chord change. And like I say in all my other videos, this just helps you to get familiar with where you need to make those chord changes, but this particular pattern is also used in the song itself, so let's go ahead and get started with it. So the first chord in the song is E minor. You're going to want to go ahead and put that chord down. So we're going to go ahead and just play through each of these chords once on a downstroke in rhythm. So we have E minor, G, C, C again, and if you're having a little bit of trouble with the rhythm, here's a tip. You want to go ahead and count to 4 for each of those chords. So we're going to have 4 beats in each chord. So if you start with your E minor, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you switch to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here at the end, we're going to split it up into 2 beats. So we have C on 1 and 2. And then D on 3 and 4. So if you put that all together, it sounds like this. We have E minor, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, D, 4. I hope that makes sense, but once you get that rhythm in your head, then it'll be a lot easier to play the strumming patterns that I'm going to show you. But let's go ahead and go through an example of what the song sounds like when you have this one downstroke strumming pattern. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. And so go ahead and go through the rest of the song and play through it and just do the one downstroke chord changes. That way you know where to expect them and stuff. And then once you have that down, we'll go ahead and move into the strumming pattern that I wanted to show you guys. So I practiced through a couple of different strumming patterns for this song, but I found that this one was the most basic and easiest strumming pattern to play. So I'm going to go ahead and teach you the pattern. So here's the whole pattern. You can see it's down, down, up, down, up. So go ahead and put your E minor chord down since that's the first chord in the song, and we're just going to practice through this pattern really slowly. We have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Pretty simple, right? So once you get that pattern down, all you want to do is start putting in those chord transitions that we practiced earlier. So we have E minor, G, C. And right here it changes a little bit because sometimes during the song you're going to repeat the C twice, and then other times during the song you're going to do that split rhythm with the C and the D chord. So let me go ahead and show you both ways. If you stay on the C chord, it'll sound like this. E minor, G, C, twice. And now sometimes in this song it's going to change a little bit, so instead of playing C twice, we're going to change up the last half of it. So we're going to play through C one time, down, down, up, down, up. And then on this next one, instead of playing this same pattern again, it's actually going to change to down, down, up, down, down, up. And for each down, down, up, we're going to play one chord. So the first one gets C and the second one gets D. So we have C, down, up, D, down, up. So try that with me again. We've got C, down, up, D, down, up. And you're just going to want to tack this on to the back end of the strumming pattern that we were practicing earlier. So the whole phrase goes like this. We have E minor, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, D, down, up. So if you practiced that rhythm with me earlier where we split the C and the D in half, then you're going to be able to play this strumming pattern a little bit easier because you already know where those chord changes are and how it splits in rhythm. So let me go ahead and show you how it works out all together. We've got E minor, G, is once you get that, you pretty much can do the entire song. It's going to be exactly that strumming pattern with exactly those chord transitions in that exact same order for pretty much the entire song. And it's really super easy to grasp onto once you get the basic concepts. Now, if you want your cover to sound a little bit more like the original song, there is one last thing you can do to add into this pattern to make it sound more like the original 7 Years by Lukas Graham, and that is we are going to add in another D chord after our first E minor chord. And where we're going to add this in is that last down up in the phrase. So put your E minor chord on with me and we're going to play through it. Down, down, up, down, up. That's the pattern we just learned. So if you want to make it a little more fancy, go ahead and add that D on that last down and up stroke, and now it'll sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up. So you can hear the chord change. We have E minor, D. Down, down, up, down, up. So if you want to add that in, the rest of it is just like we practiced. So we have E minor, D, G, C, C, D. Now, if adding in that D is a little bit hard and is messing up your rhythm, don't even worry about it. Just go ahead and stick with what we had been practicing earlier. Our E minor, straight to G. I know it can be a little bit difficult to add that D in, so if it's messing up your rhythm at all, go ahead and just leave it out and play it through the way we practiced it a little bit earlier. Personally, I actually like the way it sounds when I don't add the D in, but that is an option available to you guys who want to make it sound more like the original. But for this little cover that I'm going to do to show you the whole song, I'm going to go ahead and leave out the little extra D that we've been practicing. But now let's go ahead and go through the entire song of 7 Years by Lukas Graham using just these 4 chords. Good luck! Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were burning quicker, by 11 smoking urban, drinking, burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. I think the world is cold. And like I said at the beginning, if you want to venture out and play some of those B chords and make the guitar part a little bit more interesting, then the place to add those in your cover would be during the bridge, where he says, "I'm still learning about life, my woman brought children for me." Pretty much that part till the end is where you'll change. So let me go ahead and play that part for you guys, just so you know where to add in those B chords if you want to. I'm still learning about life, my woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind my brother, but I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Daddy got 61, remember life, and every life becomes a better one. I made the man so happy when I wrote the little ones. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a week. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Think the world is colder. Have a lot of children who will want me. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is colder? Have a lot of children who will want me. Soon I'll be 60 years old. And then the rest of the song is just the same as I played it in the other version. So you can see the only place you want to add in those B chords is right here during the bridge if you want to make the guitar part a little bit different during that portion and make your song a little bit more interesting. Okay, so that wraps up my tutorial for 7 Years by Lukas Graham. Sorry if it was a little bit convoluted. I just learned this song this morning because so many of you guys requested it, so I really should have practiced it longer, so my apologies. But today was the only day I had available to make a new video for you guys, so you guys know I had to take it. And again, sorry about my voice and stuff too. I have like super bad allergies lately. I don't know if you can tell, my voice sounds a little bit like lower and stuff. So yeah, hopefully that didn't distract you too much from the lesson. And I hope that you were successful at playing it, because if you stick with the basic strumming patterns and the basic chords, this is really kind of an easy song to play. So I wish you all the best of luck in practicing it. If you're still in the mood to play more songs, then go ahead and check out some of my playlists. The first playlist is my basic tutorials, which are just like this one. It's all strumming patterns and easy chords, and yeah, those are just some songs that you can learn pretty fast. And then if you want to check out my detailed tutorials, that is where I go into a little bit more detail, and those songs have a lot of like picking patterns and things like that that go a little bit more in depth into the song. So you'll probably want to click on that if you thought this was super easy and want a challenge. And then also my TMT tutorials are my 20-minute techniques, where I just give you guys advice on just like techniques on the guitar, like how to play your bar chords better and things like that. So go ahead and check that out if you would like to, and as well as follow me on any of my social media sites. Those are the fastest ways to get in contact with me. If you have any questions about my tutorials, or you have any requests on what you think I should do next, go ahead and reach me there. And yeah, thanks so much for watching my tutorial. I really hope it helped you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!